So anyone who's been following my channel will know this story. If you don't, there are links in the description and here that can get you caught up. Watch those first and then come back and watch this video. Okay, so here's an update to the DNA backlog crisis that exists in South Africa, and I wish I could be excited about it. As you may know, the DNA backlog was sitting at just over 170,000 cases. So basically any case that had DNA evidence was in a backlog since June 2020. That's nearly a year. Now that backlog number has unfortunately increased to just over 200,000 cases, and some reports say it's almost as high as 225,000 cases. That's almost 250,000 cases. I cannot believe the deafening silence that exists in South Africa right now over this. Maybe y'all need a bit of a wake-up call. Here's one of the cases that are in the backlog. She was a 5-year-old. Chantel Makwena. Raped, beaten to death, and then dumped in a broken toilet. And this happened months ago. They have the DNA samples, but they're yet to be tested. That's just the tip of the iceberg, my friends. And this is what happens when there's no system in place to properly track DNA evidence. The defense team wants the case against the duo still in custody to be thrown out due to the unavailability of DNA results following the backlog at the National Forensics Lab. Whose case is this? Brendan Horner. Yeah, remember that young farm manager who was brutally attacked, stabbed, and hung on a pole? Remember that case? Huh? Remember how it nearly brought a city to its knees? How it brought a nation to the brink of a race war? Do you remember that? If this doesn't make you angry, I don't know what will. If this doesn't get you to freaking speak out, I don't know what will. And some of you people out there, I've seen you in the comments, you're just like, oh well, this is Africa. It doesn't have to be. What if I told you this? Since Minister Tsele, or Twat in the Hat, has been the Minister of Police from February 2018, he has presided over an explosion in the backlog of DNA case exhibits from just over 7,000 in 2017 to 18 to over 225,000 this year, nearly 250,000. That is more than 3,000% increase in the backlog under his watch. This was brought to light by DA MP Andrew Whitfield, who also wrote letters to the president. Yeah, President Cyril Ramaphosa. Here's what the president had to say. Oh wait, that's right. President didn't say anything. Because according to Whitfield, Mr. President, you have ignored my letters. You have ignored the cries of the victims of violent crime. And you have ignored the failure of your minister to prevent this crisis. Yeah. I couldn't agree more. And we're talking about the same president who not too long ago went out to a crowd of hundreds, if not thousands, of angry women, men, children, and promised them this.
I agree completely that the killing of women must be brought to an end. Men who rape women, men who kill women, men who do all these things that abuse women do not belong in society. They belong behind bars.
Remember that? Tsele, or Twat in the Hat, also promised that this will be resolved in 18 months. Yeah, where have I heard that before? ANC always promises to have things sorted out within a year or two, right? Cyril said that load shedding will be a thing of the past in 2 years. And yes, CETA has developed a system that went live on the 6th of April. Now, I haven't heard much about this system, but from some of the reports I'm getting, there's no biometrics, which is a huge and important part of that system to catalog DNA evidence, as well as firearms. And some reports even say that the system just doesn't work. Look, let me address this as well. I know that in SAPS there are good cops. I've met a few. Some of the best men and women that want to protect and serve the public. And they are up against a monumental challenge, especially when SAPS doesn't even provide consumables because budgets run out. I know there are good cops in the system, but ANC makes it incredibly difficult for them to do their job. And this is what South Africans aren't getting. The ANC is failing the South African people. And I do blame Cyril Ramaphosa. And this is why I say he's the worst president that South Africa has ever had. He has the power to get rid of Twat in the Hat. He has the power to get rid of the corruption. He has the power to do whatever he wants. But no, it is ANC first, people second with him. And in my opinion, he has betrayed every single man, woman, and child in South Africa. every single South African he has betrayed. He is not my president. Seriously, when is South Africa gonna wake up and say enough is enough? Who knows, maybe if you share this video it will help, because I fear that not enough South Africans know about this story. So please share and let people know that we are in serious trouble and we need to start putting more pressure on the government, more pressure on our politicians to do something. And I know some of you are going to say, oh, but they don't care. People care. And people have the power to change things if we're united. There has to be a point when South Africans say enough is enough. And God forbid you wait until it happens to you, because that might be too late.